gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Loose Trunks NXT, 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 NXT. And this month's special episode, what we're going to be talking about is a rundown of the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest 25 wrestlers to have graced an NXT ring. Now, these people might have been guys who have maybe started off, maybe at the bottom, maybe unheard of, and then made themselves. Now, unfortunately, we're ignoring people like Elias because he was a nobody in NXT and was a big guy then on the big cards.
Are we ripping off the WWE network with this?
Maybe.
Are they going to give us a copyright?
No.
I never saw any copyright stuff.
Well, is Lars in this list?
Yeah. Where's Lars? Top 10.
So where's Lars?
This is wrestlers, not fridges. Wrestlers.
He's a fridge!
Yeah, but Lars number 3, right?
Yeah.
No. Lars can do one. That's what number he is. He's number 2. Lars number 2.
Yeah. Do one to the tip top.
Exactly.
Lars is not in...
No, Lars is just not
We'll
there.
suffer for it,
Fine, carry on
my
your
list. It's all on me. The spotlight's on me.
Get this over with. Oh, look at me. I made a 25 list and there's a bit of Lars in it.
Yes.
No fridge. What are you doing?
And I'm going to start off with something current, something fresh, something that's dominating NXT right now. And there's only one person I can go to this, and that's going to be the world's largest panelist, Liam. And I'm going to kick off with number 25, the Undisputed Era. Liam.
All of them was 25.
Oh, the whole gang, the whole gang.
I've watched NXT from the start. I've never heard of them.
He hates...
Oh, this is a great start,
They're
isn't
fucking
it?
dead to me.
You only hate them.
He hates them because Roderick Strong's in the group.
Just because of old
Look,
big...
You lot can talk
big
about
man
them.
Roddy, look.
Don't mention him. Look, you lot can talk about them. If you think they're that good, fine. But I just think that maybe they're not, because they cry and whinge and moan because they lose matches and I need another shot, And he turned on my British friend, even if he once was a top-knot wanker, but my British friend, Peter Dunne.
Well, this started very negatively.
They are a good, great heels. I mean, they've got fantastic theme music. You got Adam Cole, baby. Great t-shirts, the banners. It's just brilliant, and they've been in some good matches. And alright, it's very, very early stages of NXT with them, but I think as a unit and as a group, they're going to be absolutely fantastic.
I do genuinely, I actually be serious now for 1 second. Before Roderick Strong, I was a huge fan. I thought they worked really well. I thought it was actually really fresh that we had people coming in and they were attacking and stuff like that. And as a free, I thought they were brilliant. Then they got that twat involved. But if they went back to a free, I'll be back with them.
So we're going to move on now to number 24. So number 24 is the youngest ever women's champion. And any champion in WWE, it's our British own Paige. And that's a good choice. And the reason why is Schofield.
I remember watching her match with Emma when she won it. Won the title. No, that wasn't even that. It was Natalia, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. She won the title. But I remember the match with Emma, which I think was on Arrival. And what I loved about Paige in NXT was that was still when you had the butterfly belt, and it was still everyone was divas, and she was that first.
She was the anti-diva.
She was that first anti-diva.
I like that.
And it just got you excited about women's wrestling becoming a proper thing rather than just a gimmick.
Many people say that she started that change, and that change started with her match against Emma.
Yeah.
Do you all agree?
It was that match at the start.
Yeah.
Paige 24 for the win.
Absolutely.
Probably should have been higher, but I'm going to say that anyway.
Yeah, so she made number 24.
There's more
Now,
room for Lars.
like I said, this is my list, so there's a few controversial teams and people in it, but someone who is above Paige is Lucha, the Lucha Dragons, yes. And
Hang on,
you were never above Paige.
You put the Lucha Dragons in this list, and fucking Lars!
And no,
it's not on the list. Where's Lars?
They were entertaining.
I actually quite did like the Lucha Dragons, and they had some great tag team matches.
They were entertaining. I'm old school. I like tag teams that look the same and dress the same, do similar sort of moves.
They were a proper tag team.
They were. I mean, let's remember who they beat for those titles and that. They were absolutely fantastic.
They bombed on main roster, but they were great in
on NXT. They were good.
Yeah.
Do you forget that Elimination Chamber tag match? They were fantastic.
Oh yeah, you know that spot from the roof where the guys on the floor waited half hour for them to jump. Sure.
That was absolutely beautiful. And we're now going to move on to arguably the greatest tag team of all time in NXT, some would say. And that is that number 22, The Ascension.
Yeah.
It's just a shame what happened to him, isn't it? Really?
We are
The Ascension.
The Wastelands.
Yeah, the Wastelands. They like their entrance in NXT and their whole look and mystique was great.
They need to bring it back.
They were just
They were scary. That's the difference.
Yeah.
They were
They
scary.
were a threat, yeah.
And not like obviously not, but you could believe that people were scared of them, everything like that. And now they're just comedy fodder.
When was the last time they were relevant?
NXT.
NXT.
Yeah.
No, they had a little
That
push
is
with,
it.
no, with Stardust. They looked like they was going to go somewhere, and then they made
not
that,
really.
but then they made that comical as well. And that's I think the problem.
NXT, they were the
I think
best.
the head office saw it as a
Mate,
comedy, not more.
Main point is, what number are we on? 22.
We're on 22.
22.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Ascension back in NXT, they were dominant for like a good year, and yeah, that was a nice time.
So we're moving on now to number 21. Again, someone who you would think would maybe be a little bit higher up this list. It's glorious Bobby Roode. I'm going to go to the man who's wearing a t-shirt. What worked so well for Bobby in NXT?
Do you know what? He was fresh, clean as well. Everything about his performance was clean. I like that word today. But he was because the thing is, a lot of people when they go to NXT, they need polishing. He didn't. And the thing was, and then he got that entrance, everything like that, and it just fitted so well with him. And his finisher was slick and clean. And also had some great matches with the person I won't name. And also even when he lost it and stuff like that, I genuinely believe he was probably one of the best champions in NXT, and he wasn't even there that long.
Yeah, there is that. I mean,
I feel like it's right that he's lower on the list, as I think his NXT run was mainly memorable because the music, and then he had good matches, but they weren't anything like
Nothing
classic.
outstanding.
They weren't the
But
best.
I think
but
he
they
was
were
saved
very
by
good.
his entrance and his music.
Yeah.
That's
It
what
was.
catapulted him.
but what worked well from in NXT, is when you compare it to the main roster where he's at now, is the fact that he's a heel. He should be a heel right now.
Yeah.
He's not, and ultimately that's what works for him in NXT. He was like, reminded me a bit like JBL back in the day. It was awesome, very very good.
It's a dirty name you just mentioned there. Move on.
Yeah, especially in NXT. Especially in NXT, that is a dirty word. I do apologise. We're going to move on now to number 20, the Wyatt family. Now, why was that so cool in NXT?
You know, I can't.
I think it's something we're just not seen at all.
Yeah.
Like especially in Raw and SmackDown, like something that was a whole mystical, sort of weird cult family.
At the
Like there was nothing like that.
It was
in fucking Raw and
believable as
SmackDown
well
at
in the
time.
sense that, like, even though, alright,
It was
in a
quite
way,
brief, but
yeah,
it was still
but because it was
work.
Florida as well, you did sit there going, they could have just picked these guys up from the swamp. I don't know, it sounds bad, but it was believable.
But back then as well, it was more of a cult leader kind of thing, like with his Hawaiian shirts and stuff,
And he had
rather
his
than what he
family.
become with like all the darkness and.
Yeah,
and
it
all
wasn't
that side of
mystical.
it.
He didn't have mystical
It was
power.
more
it
just
was
a bit of a
more
weird
realistic.
cult.
Yeah.
It was just a weird cult.
The good thing is that these are the guys who then made that next step onto the main roster, and some people struggle with that next step.
I also think Eric Rowan,
Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan and
Big
Luke
Red.
Harper were a really good tag team then as well. And I actually think like you saw a lot of their best matches they've actually ever had was in NXT as a tag team, and actually, so especially with the feuds with Seth Rollins and stuff like that was really good.
The next person on this list, at number 19, is again a bit of a controversial one because he's someone quite new, similar to the Undisputed Era. But the main reason why he's on that list is because we all can't admit it, that every single time we hear his music and he comes out, we get excited. That is the Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream.
He's been a big surprise because when he first debuted, you think, who is this shit, Prince wannabe? And he's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So,
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's the most the amount of people on Loose Trunks that shat on Velveteen Dream, and then he just pulls that one out of the bag against Aleister Black.
That elbow drop.
And then his performance in the ladder match as well for the North American Championship.
And his various tights.
Oh, his Rick
Tights
Rude
his own
inspired
face.
tights,
Inspired
which really
tights.
helped me at the time getting into him because I was huge on a Rick Rude binge, and I was like, I love it. But that elbow drop is probably the best elbow drop I've
Such a
ever
beautiful
seen.
elbow drop.
I don't think anyone does it better.
Every single time he's in the ring with someone, he creates magic. I mean, there's rumours that the next big NXT show that we're going to see something with him and Ricochet. And I think with Ricochet, with how similar he is to Aleister Black in the ring, you think of how good that match was. They can recreate that gold with them two. And I'm excited to see Velveteen Dream. He reminds me a little bit like Goldust, with how bizarre he is and how good he is on the mic in the ring.
Already.
Oh no!
I think he is.
No,
that
man.
I was never like that hot.
Anyway, ignore Dave. He didn't put Lars on the list.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually with Dave on this, so no, you're
Well,
wrong.
I'm going to move on now to number 18,
Lars.
and it is to the woman standing right behind you, Bailey. Right.
Bailey!
Now we need to ignore.
Hey, we want some Bailey! No, even better. Hey, Bailey! Ooh, I wanna know if you'll be my girl.
That's all needs to be said, really, isn't it?
Hey, Bailey! Ooh, I wanna know if you'll be my girl. Started at the Takeover London, I do believe.
It was that girl. But honestly, let's ignore what's happened in WWE. Let's concentrate on what happened in NXT. That worked. That whole persona, everything
She was
about
in
her.
there for a long time as well.
Yeah, she was in there a long time. She was absolutely brilliant. Let's not talk about her, her little fan base. That little weird. Oh, I can't stand it.
Yeah, she's a front of the cunt,
Yeah, exactly that. She's got that weird troll of a girl who's like stalking her. But other than that, she's been absolutely brilliant.
It was a great run.
NXT. It was, and that match against Sasha Banks.
Both matches against Sasha Banks.
Yes, exactly that. She was absolutely awesome in NXT. Why didn't it work when she then made the jump into WWE?
Well, that's not what we're talking about, Dave.
I just
We gotta move on, Dave. We gotta be stupid. We gotta get a whole 325 list, and you've not even put Lars in the fucking
We've
list.
got to get a Lars, Dave. Where's Lars?
You're going to be waiting a long time for
Give
Lars.
Lars a chance.
No, never.
Lars we trust.
Moving on to number 17, to a team that recently split up. But they have to go in together because they have that fight forever feel. They have that sort of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn feel, that Shawn Michaels and Triple H feel about them. It's DIY.
You built them up a bit there.
You did build them up a
You built them up
lot.
very high.
Well,
there.
let's be fair, was it like their matches against the Revival were some of the best NXT matches they've ever had?
I do feel like though now, but Johnny Gargano is bigger than DIY.
Oh yeah, massive.
Ooh.
What's the like?
Yeah.
You think he's bigger than
Yeah.
like the old champ?
He's Johnny Wrestling.
No, well, everyone hates champers.
Yeah,
Guts.
exactly.
They want to
I
fucking
think they're all sort
sling
of like
him.
equal levels. in
They
terms
want
of
to put him on a
face and
hook and let his guts hang to
heel. It's a
dry.
bit graphic, but
Yeah, but that's what they want, Adam. That's what they want. They're that rabid fan base. They point weird faces in Ciampa's face and go, "Fuck you, Ciampa."
Yeah, fuck you, Ciampa.
But DIY were
yeah,
great.
we were great. Yeah.
Anyway, number 16.
Oh,
Woo! That's probably
Charlotte?
Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte
Flair.
Oh, I love Charlotte.
The reason why she's on that list is ultimately you would not have the Charlotte Flair that we've got now if she wasn't the Charlotte Flair we had at NXT.
Yeah, she paved the way as well. Like starting with Paige and then moving on obviously to Charlotte and Bayley.
She did like
She was one of the key people.
She put on some really good entertaining matches, and ultimately, part of the 4 women horsewomen, and she was absolutely awesome.
It's an odd one as well, actually, because for me, of all the women we're probably going to mention but have come up from NXT, she's the one I think developed and evolved a lot more, not just
She's been
the
better
way
on
she
the main
looks.
roster.
She's excelled.
It seems like when you look back at some of her stuff that I thought were great matches at the time, they are great matches. They're bog standard Charlotte matches now. They're not great matches where she has. Do you know what I mean? Keeps getting better and better each time.
You guys happy with the list so far?
Well, apart from
I mean, Lars is
Lars.
so
Because
You put the twat in last.
He's majorly fucked
Yeah, number
up there.
25. I'm not happy with number 25.
I mean, unless Lars is in the top 15, then I got a serious problem.
I'll be honest,
with
when you put the man that shall not be named in front of Liam Copeland and you don't put Lars in, I've lost already.
Well, I'm going to test it right now. With the realest team in the room right now, Enzo and Big Cass with Carmella.
In NXT, they were great.
In NXT, they were great.
Yeah.
And Big Cass
if you're
right
not
now
down
is
with that,
great.
we've got 2 words for you.
I think it was
Fuck Enzo!
I think it was a shame
That
in
was good,
NXT that they didn't win the titles. I think they should have won the titles at some point.
I was gutted they didn't win it in London at that time.
That was the
that's the
time
point
they
they
should have
should've
won
won.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Because
mean,
they were hot as fuck, and you know they were the most over people in NXT.
They were the most over tag team in NXT.
yeah, absolutely. And for some reason, like Enzo worked in NXT. There's something about him that didn't really work on the main
I know, that's
roster.
the thing, he did work on the main roster, it's just they kind of, they
split him up
a
too
bit
early.
much, yeah.
Oh well.
There was
Also,
that.
last but not hi, Carmella, I'm Big Liam now.
Never gonna.
Well, that
Well.
was awkward.
Number 14 is a man that I honestly didn't think was going to return to WWE. This was a man who literally grabbed the ECW title, put it in a dumpster, set it in light, and told Vince McMahon exactly how he thought about the new ECW. A few years later, we then see him join NXT. Rhino. I was a massive fan of Rhino as the man beast. Seeing Rhino come back, I was buzzing about that.
He was one.
Yeah.
I've been watching NXT for years, and I forgot about Ryan.
He was one. Like Rhino was one of the first returning sort of legend, sort of old school type people that came in to help build up.
Tyson Kidd and Cesaro really legitimised it as well at that time because it was a lot of youngsters or indie guys and those 3, but Rhino especially really legitimised
when he came out, I was like, "Fucking, that was Rhino."
As much as I'm really pleased to remember this fact, I wouldn't put Rhino this high up the list.
He is absurdly high.
The reason why he's so high is because it was so controversial that he came back. This is a guy who burned the ECW title and told Vince literally to fuck off, and he never wanted anything to do with WWE ever again. And then he came back and he put over some good talent. He made Baron Corbin in NXT. He really, really did. He put over a lot of talent in NXT. He put on some decent long matches. All right, his matches now only last about 2 minutes long because he hasn't got the legs for it anymore. But now,
his arms are really short as well.
Yeah, his arms are short.
Well,
he does look like a rhino.
He's a rhino that became a man. He's going to be a bit short.
That makes sense.
It's that high up the list because it was that surprise factor of seeing him come back in.
And good goals.
Yeah, exactly. It was awesome. Absolutely awesome to see him back. So I was happy with that. And someone else who made a step down at number 13, my love, Emma with Dana Brooke.
Oh, the pair. They were at their height as a pair.
Yeah. They were better together.
It worked with the sunglasses, with this bad look Emma, because Emma, the whole popping bubbles, it didn't work. It worked.
Like bubbly Emma.
It worked against matches with Paige, but then after that she had to recreate herself, and that she absolutely nailed.
I mean, I find it a bit controversial that you put these 2 higher than Bayley.
Yeah. Because it
did work.
The pair of them worked well together.
And Charlotte.
And Paige.
Look, it's
Hang on.
You've got Emma and Dana, bro.
So Paige was like number 24.
She was in NXT that
Bayley
long.
was fairly
And
low.
DIY as
Charlotte
well,
just kind of skirted into to the 10th. But Emma and Lars is not even on the list.
Where's Lars, Dave? Where's Lars?
But I enjoyed watching Emma.
Oh, it makes sense now, right?
You don't enjoy watching Charlotte?
No, she's got wonky boobs.
This is a pervy top 25. Got it.
Come on,
Right,
it's my list.
so that means Eva Marie's going to be number 1.
Eva Marie.
Right, cool, got it.
Well, you've ruined the show now.
Onwards to number 1. Let's go.
So number 12, right? Picture this. Instead of the ramp, you've got a catwalk. You've got models everywhere. Prince Pretty is here. This is someone who really, really worked in NXT. Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze, he was a nuts.
He was fucking banging there.
He had a match with one of the most legendary Japanese wrestlers of all time and put on an amazing match.
Akebono.
Also, was
Not Akebono.
So was it his performance in the Fatal 4-Way, or was it him, Kid, Neville,
Yes.
and Sammy?
That's when he made a name for
his
himself.
performance in that was his sort of standout match. I was like, oh, he's actually a fucking decent wrestler.
It was his finisher as well. Like it's such a simple finisher, but a quality name as well.
It was when he was
It was good.
He was fantastic in NXT.
he was
I think the only shame for him was was when he moved up and
Well,
kind
his
of went
gimmick
the
don't
way
really
I
work on the main
predicted at the
roster.
time, which was that he wasn't going to work, and he didn't.
It's a shame because I thought it would against someone like Dolph Ziggler, but it didn't, and it was a shame.
But he was
He's
great
doing okay
in
now.
NXT. He was a staple.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, I like that one. Staple.
Number 11 again is another Brit. It's Neville.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Bring him
I'll
back.
Give you that one. Yeah.
No one is on
Neville.
that
That's a good
level.
one.
Neville. I don't know him now. I don't remember.
Nobody's
Neville
on the.
in NXT.
Oh, he was Adrian.
Oh, Adrian Neville. I remember Adrian Neville.
Adrian
Yeah.
Neville.
He was good. He
I
was.
think I would prefer just Neville.
Yeah, I don't remember this Neville guy in NXT though.
He was good, Neville. Obviously, he had
He
some absolutely amazing
Shit
matches
first
with
name,
Sammy.
really.
Yeah, really bad.
Adrian.
And because he started,
Adrian. Adrian.
because I mean he started off in the tag team with Corey, didn't he? Which is
Yeah.
Corey, oh.
In the
I'm starting to doubt myself whether he was even called Adrian Neville. Like,
Why are you discussing his first name?
All because of Adrian. Now I've got that in my head.
You
So
two are
basically,
complete
he was
retards, aren't
named
you?
after
Fuck
Rocky's
his
wife.
name. I don't care what his name is. Oh yeah, fuck any of the great matches he's had. What was his first name?
I mean, he was named after
You're a
Rocky's wife.
retard.
He's also got huge ears. Just like
Yes,
the
he
two
does. Great.
That ladder match, though.
Glad we
Oh,
raised
That
no,
it.
ladder
no.
match for both.
Where Adrian did really well.
We've really gone in depth for Adrian, so fucking move on.
I have. Well, we spent too much time on that man. Number 10 is Nobody is Ready for Asuka.
Only number 10.
Number 10, yeah.
Well, she made it past Emma and Dana, so.
Yeah,
Exactly.
indeed, no.
There's that.
It's not hard.
That woman is still undefeated in NXT.
I mean, she'll be.
Wait, hang on,
Let-
sorry. She's still undefeated in NXT.
That's
Well, she's
what
not
she
going to be
said.
defeated now, is she?
She might come back. You never know. We have hope.
She was a very strong champion and she was good.
She held up the whole women's division.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
NXT
for like
a
at
year.
least.
Did she ever get
Like-
stale in NXT though?
No, because
She was the best thing about the women's division for a long time.
she kept that aura and she started showing heelish moments at the right time, which kept her fresh. And yeah, no, she was great. She quite literally held that division up when everyone else was still building.
Made it worth watching
So-
because a lot of the young, there was so many youngsters coming through. Her experience, whether or not she's
helped.
winning or not,
Yeah,
it, still, it made you want to watch it instead of just maybe tuning off or skipping through it and going, I don't really need to see this match.
Only number 10. Number 10?
Yeah.
It is. Now we're
We
into
just
the
got
single
9
figures
last.
now.
Wow.
Single
I mean-
figures. And at number 9, it's a man who I got. Well, I saw that man more than anyone else when I went to WrestleMania in Dallas because I saw him in NXT. I saw him at WrestleMania. I saw him on Monday Night Raw. It's the man who won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, Baron Corbin.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, absolutely.
I
Above
don't like
Neville.
it.
Yes,
Above Neville.
yes,
Above us?
Above Neville.
yes.
Above Neville.
But this guy was awesome in NXT.
Above
Absolutely.
Neville.
Brooke, what?
Above Bailey.
He was.
Above Charlotte.
I'm still shocked by how long.
I didn't like him.
Even above Velveteen
I
Dream.
didn't like him in NXT or the main roster. So
Yeah.
No, actually,
He was
no.
awesome.
To give him his
Deep
due.
Six looks
To
cool,
give him
that's
his
it.
due.
Well, that'd be
His
nice.
first entrance in the NXT.
Oh, yeah, it was banging,
I remember
yeah.
watching him do that entrance, coming in the ring, slamming him down with the end of days, and just thinking, "Fuck me, that was awesome."
Exactly.
Oh,
And I'll never forget
And
that.
that's
That was
why
awesome.
he's on the list. Literally, things like that in
What a
NXT, he made him. Again, the rivalry with that he had with Rhino, fantastic. And then they became a team. Brilliant.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
better than Neville.
Yes.
Better than
not
Lars.
better than it.
The Lars
This is
isn't even on the
Dave's
list.
Let's not get hung up.
Don't like Lars.
Let's
Never happened,
carry
never
on.
will
Let's
do.
carry on.
Alright, Dave's list, he's wrong.
At number 8, she had to be on this list. It was the first time I'd ever seen her and gazed eyes on this beautiful, beautiful woman. And she was paired up with this team who I thought were alright. They're not too bad.
Oh, bliss.
Then I found out. She's engaged to fucker. Blake, Murphy,
Leave, you know.
and Bliss. They were good.
Oh, as a whole combo.
As a
I was
combo,
going
it
to
was.
say Bliss is a bit of a stretch.
Bliss never really wrestled in NXT.
What was their faction name? Didn't they have a name? Was
Yeah,
it
Blake and
just
Murphy. And
I
Bliss
don't-
was
I
just
don't
the old-
think-
the old Dubstep Cowboys?
As,
wasn't it?
as much as they were great, I don't think they should be this high. Because
Oh no, they were a good team.
I mean, like just Bliss on her own, yeah, but those.
no, not even Bliss on her own.
Bliss
Because she
did
didn't win the
nothing.
title.
She
She
didn't
was
do anything.
like,
She was awesome on the mic.
really-
She was the mouthpiece. She was the manager right there. You had Blake and Murphy, who were an awesome tag team. They really, really were. They should have never split up. And if they hadn't split up, I honestly reckon they'd be a decent team on the main roster.
When
I do.
Bliss got called
But
up,
they did need Bliss. Though.
when Bliss got called up, we were all surprised because we thought she was
Absolutely.
going to stay in NXT.
And it's the best surprise ever. Absolutely ever. Like, Bliss was getting better and better and better. She's amazing on the mic.
I feel
don't think she
like
should be in
her
top
main
10.
roster run has influenced your decision. Here.
No.
Because NXT.
I think what's influenced my decision is my right hand.
What a lovely highbrow show we had.
Absolutely.
Lovely highbrow show. I
PZ
apologise.
kids. At number 7, at Lucky 7.
Boss.
This is before.
Lars.
No, it's not Lars. Get out, he's gone.
I mean, where's Lars?
Where's Lars?
At number 7, this was back in the day where you could sing along to his theme song.
Oh, Husky
before, back in when he knew English, before he forgot it.
What was Husky Harris's theme tune?
It was, I'm a Ferrari engine on a tractor.
Is that what it was?
I'm a Ferrari engine on a tractor.
How do you remember
motor.
that?
Actually, is.
Oh, no.
Jesus, just.
Was it Husky
no.
Harris?
Sorry,
It
what
wasn't.
are you saying?
Oh, Titus O'Neil.
No, it was honestly, it's
Adam
in terms
Rose.
of all the matches I've watched live, he's probably given the best performance I've ever seen. I was there at NXT in Dallas, and him versus Sami Zayn. I'm talking about Nakamura. Nakamura at number 7.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, was it like
brilliant.
his match against Sami Zayn is the best NXT match ever, right?
Yeah, I agree.
You realise that there's 6 places left, and there's like, at least for me, 10 superstars.
This is Dave's list,
My
right?
list. I did it my way.
But yeah,
At number
he's very
6, arguably, could have made it higher. Could have made it higher. Maybe should have made it higher.
Make it higher.
No. Now this is this person as a heel, not as a face, as a heel, because this person as a heel is the best, the boss, Sasha Banks.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like there's a bit of a disconnect here with how far apart Bailey and Sasha are on this list.
But that's because when she was at heel, she was that much better.
No, I think in NXT Sasha was better.
True,
In terms
but
of the overall character and
Bailey in like the low 20s. Like,
Alright, we're talking about Sasha
I don't
now,
know.
alright?
But
Get over Bailey.
Sasha will forever be in my heart because she stole the headband off of Bailey's fangirl.
Oh, is it?
And made her cry.
You did.
And it was the best thing I've
She felt
ever
pain.
seen.
It was great.
And then the stomping on the thing. She's such a good heel. The day they turn her heel on the main roster,
That'd be fantastic.
like, she's such a fucking good heel.
She was, very good.
Now, before we get into the number 5s, I do want to say some special honorary mentions.
Honorary mention. Lars.
Oh, wow.
No.
Can we?
He doesn't even get an honorary
You mentioned him more than any other superstar. There's your honorary mention right there.
Fucking
God's sake.
fucking ridiculous.
I'm going to mention someone who I generally enjoyed, and that's Ball Fit. Honestly, that man.
He has
that
great,
man.
great sandwich, taste as well.
He does.
He does have good
He does have a
sandwich.
good sandwich, and if you want to see that sandwich, then the link is right. Boom.
Oh fuck! I
Drop
gotta
it
find the
there.
link now.
Yes. Ball Fit.
Don't forget
Right
the link.
there.
Genius.
Another honorary mention, Alex Riley. Yes.
Anyone can go A right.
Honestly, honestly, him and Kevin Owens
That
are.
one match.
That one moment,
That's what we needed.
That one
It was like
moment where he
Martin
came back from
McCutcheon,
commentary.
this is my moment. So he captured that. He absolutely captured it. It was fantastic.
Did
Another
he sing?
person who done awful on the main roster, but it works in NXT. 10,
Oh,
10,
no.
10,
No.
10,
No.
10. Yes.
He
It works.
was good in NXT.
It disgusts
All he
me.
did was that.
It disgusts me that
Shit.
you didn't rate him at number 10.
Yeah, I was actually
Well,
quite
yeah.
shocked. I was really expecting
That was a
it.
given.
No, not feeling that
No, I
cheesy
quite
Royal
like
Rumble
it.
crap.
I
No.
like it.
No. And another team, like we had to replace the White family with someone. It had to be Sanity.
Yeah.
Literally, it worked. I like
good.
Sanity. I like the big Irish guy. Killian Dane, yes, absolutely brilliant. Love that
Still trying
guy.
to think though, all these people that you
You've got
didn't
5
put
left and
on,
I'm so
like,
shocked.
even on the list.
Oh, they've
It
got
might
mentions.
be on it. Might be.
I've got to go through these quick. I'm going through these quick.
Mention it at the end, not now. There might be. We've got 5 left.
We'll do
We've got
scope
5
for
left.
25 in the
not
next show.
even
We've got
Emma,
5
but
left. We've
just
got 5
Dana.
left.
No.
We've got 5
Them
left.
together.
Dana alone, just part tightest worldwide.
This is NXT. Worldwide doesn't
Right.
exist.
Dave,
Let's
Dave,
also
Dave.
mention as well, we got the iconic duo. The only good thing to come out of Australia.
Well,
What about
Kylie
Emma?
Minogue.
What about
Kylie Minogue.
what about that other tag team?
Emma's
that I-
touring the world right now, so it doesn't really
What
count.
about that other tag team that I can't remember the name of?
Kylie
Exactly,
Minogue.
that TM21
TM 25,000.
Yeah,
Someone cares
like
about them.
this shit.
Rob
They're
Harris.
awful.
Their name
TM1.
is a Pokemon item.
Who's that
TM69?
Pokemon? Moving on as well, we've got to put him on the list. Pete Dunne. Like, honestly, he's the UK champion. And if it wasn't for WWE ruining the
That's-
UK division,
That is
high.
fair.
You're right.
Stuff coming soon, apparently.
but that's coming soon. It's not now. That
They haven't ruined it. They haven't done anything with it.
exactly. So therefore they ruined it. Why
You
bring it?
can't ruin what you haven't created.
I'm excited about what they'll do with it.
No one likes a half job, right? No one does.
Exactly.
And that's what they've
Better
done.
Better go all the way.
And then last but not least, hey, you like that? Becky Lynch. Yeah, she gets an honorary mention.
Honorary mention?
She doesn't make
I
it.
thought she was in the top five.
No.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to move
Sorry, I
on
thought we were
now
at number 5.
to number 5.
This is top 5.
Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Joe. This was epic because no one expected him to come to WWE. He did. It was brilliant. He started being face, but let's be honest. We all know Joe. Joe
always
for what he
works
is.
better as a
He's a
heel.
badass.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And his matches against Nakamura were great, I think. They got
Dumb.
better and better as they went on.
It was his ring promo.
Although when he
was-
first debuted, he had that weird porn jazz music.
Yeah, it
didn't he?
was,
He came
yeah.
out, it was do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh man, his
Yeah,
first
that
speed was
was.
What the
atrocious.
fuck is this?
It was like a Television X hot 10-minute preview, which I know nothing about.
Thank God he changed music to something more badass, and yeah, he's great.
Pretty much. At number 4, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Now this is where it gets interesting. Number 3.
Lars.
No! At number 3.
It should have been Lars. We said number 3.
Lars.
Like,
This
at
is
least.
before he started wearing his gay pride stuff. When he was the demon,
He still is.
Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Still is the demon.
Yeah, he
And
does.
what's wrong with gay pride?
Is it?
Yeah,
Is
what's
it
wrong
still
with
the
gay
demon?
pride?
Because I've not seen him in
What's wrong with
ages.
that? I feel like you should apologise, Dave, for that.
Yeah.
For that atrocious comment right there. You know, you just offended our entire.
Do you know what
entire
I'd like to say? From the Half and Loose Trunks to anyone that wants to support gay pride.
Are you?
Too sweet from us.
Are you from Saudi
Too
Arabia,
sweet.
Dave?
No, I'm not. Look,
Too
here's the
sweet
thing.
to
Does
gay
support
pride and your gay pride, whatever you want to wear. Because guess what? Too sweet.
But Dave
Perfect.
hates you.
Yeah, do you know who
It's
doesn't
not
But
like
don't
that.
worry,
It's
don't worry,
not
because
that.
Dave doesn't know what he's talking about. Because he also hates Lars.
Sorry.
You can say like, you know one person who does support gay pride? Lars. Yeah.
Carry on.
I've got nothing wrong. Nothing wrong against any of that.
Something wrong. Okay.
But it's just the fact that it just for me, it didn't suit Finn. Finn is about being the demon.
He wasn't always
In
the demon.
NXT, the demon and his persona worked
his
extremely
outfits.
well.
But he wasn't always the demon.
No.
Like we're putting it down to like.
But the
oh, he
demon
the
was
demon
more
then, but-
prevalent in NXT than it
Yes.
has been on the main
Yes,
roster.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Because
but-
every
Because
takeover every
because
3
it always
months.
came out for the takeover.
True, but at the
And
same
people look
time,
forward to it.
at the same time, it's why
At
it's
the
good
time,
that
it
it's
was
not
just
so.
makeup then.
It's good that it's not so obvious now.
Yeah.
Is that like because the only problem with getting a demon out on every takeover is that it starts to lose that effect.
Yeah.
The
The other thing as well, like the Wyatt we said earlier, when he was at NXT, he was just literally
Dude,
makeup.
quiet.
There wasn't this big demon, oh my god, he's got mystical powers. It was fucking makeup. Yeah, we knew it was. It was. Do you know what I mean? Now
Yeah, but
they're
it-
trying
but
to.
it's still cool.
But now, yeah, and I'm saying it wasn't cool. But now they're trying to portray it like they did with the Wyatts. That's what I'm saying.
But anywho,
Yeah.
he was
in
also
NXT it worked. He had some
Yeah.
great matches. Was
That
it-
first time he came out.
his
to the
whole
scene as well.
He's a king.
his whole like Jack the Ripper outfit in London was really cool as well.
Yeah.
With the chainsaw and
Yes.
stuff. That was
He's my favourite prince of all time.
At number 2, Alistair Black.
He's very high up.
He's very, very high up because it's that damn good. Honestly, Black is amazing.
Just like every match he's had, so far has been amazing. His entrance is probably one of the best entrances they've ever had in NXT. So,
Exactly. Honestly, he's awesome. I'm being serious. Like Black is entertaining to watch, both in the ring. It's mysterious. His entrance is amazing. Every time he gets in the ring, like
I think he made Velveteen Dream for me. That little rivalry really made me love Velveteen as well, and I think and I don't think Velveteen would have got that push without Ali Black.
He's awesome, and I think the only way is up for him when he gets that main roster. That's going to be epic, absolutely epic.
I think he needs another, maybe like another year or so in NXT.
Yeah,
he does still.
6 months or a year,
absolutely.
maybe.
Like I said,
because I think NXT needs him as well.
Couldn't agree more. He does need to be there and to be the face of the brand itself, and he's going to do it. He's going to absolutely smash it. And at number one,
Lars!
Show over, yeah.
It's Lars, yeah? It's Lars.
Do you know what I like?
Number one, he said it, it's Lars. Let's go home.
Do you know what I like most about Lars?
it's not Lars. It never will be Lars.
I like his
Gotta hate
knee
him.
brace pose.
It's not Fat Curtis Ono. It's not EC63. It's none of that. It's the one and only Kevin Owens.
Yes.
And let me tell you why. Let me tell you exactly why. That is a man who, honestly, you can tell is Triple H's brand NXT, because if he had just jumped in WWE, he wouldn't have never been able to jump in WWE, because Vince loves his steroids. He loves people to look the part. He just loves big men. Kevin Owens is someone who looks like from the independent scene. Well, guess what? Because he is, he then comes over to NXT, absolutely smashes it. Amazing ring promos. And you name every person on that list. He had amazing matches with them. Sami Zayn.
He had an amazing match with Dana Brooke.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Honestly, but no, Kevin Owens.
Yeah, his debut was so.
His debut was one of the coolest things they've ever done.
He had the debut with and it was the first time they've really done it as well. When he's celebrating with Sami Zayn and then the thing comes up in the corner and anything shows over and then bang.
He gets his nose passed over, CJ Parker. But
and then literally he's only been a face for like half a day in his entire WWE career.
I do have
his match to Finn.
Dave, I understand it's your list, so I do have some questions.
Yes.
Where the fuck is Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
Even Dean Ambrose.
Where's Big E Langston? Where's
Okay.
where's Seth Rollins, the first NXT champion, isn't
I
on the
acknowledge
list?
It's one of the longest runs. You didn't acknowledge him.
No, here's the thing.
He's still wearing a shirt.
Here is the thing. There are reasons why some of those wrestlers didn't get
because you
acknowledged.
fancy the girls.
Not just that. Not just that.
None of those women, with no disrespect, have done more than Seth Rollins did.
Even he was on the list. Trust me. It's here's the thing. The reason why people like Big E Langston did not get on that list. The reason why someone like Seth Rollins did not get on that list is because what they did with their careers afterwards propelled them. Things like New Day, bang, right there. Things like The Shield. They already made themselves bigger stars then than what they did in NXT. I'm talking about these guys were the foundations of NXT.
Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas, no, because he didn't.
Probably, in my personal opinion, my favourite ever champion.
No,
It was a very long champion.
He was my favourite ever champion.
Too long. It was. When you compare it to champions like Kevin Owens, to Samoa Joe,
yeah, obviously Bo Dallas is not
like
as good as them.
Exactly. So why put him on the list? Why put him on the list?
It was in
It's
his
not as
early
good.
days though, back when Seth was on it.
You've got to have a list as well with women, with tag teams, a lot. So
back when Seth was NXT champion, it wasn't even broadcast on national television.
The sky is green. It's my way or the highway. That is my list. Hope you enjoy it. Join me next month for my top 25 words. Yes.